Hey, stop right there. This is Edward Stevens with the Stevens Group at Reese Nichols. We sell real estate. We sell houses to people like you and for people just like you. And today I want to talk to you about selling a home that is in need of repair. It's a different sort of sale. Sometimes people sell a house because they just want to move and they are sick of where they live. And sometimes it needs repairs and they don't have some of you all may not have the funds and the capital to get those improvements done. Sure, it might be ideal to list your home and to make it look like the cover of a magazine, but maybe you just don't have the resources or you don't have the patience to get it done. So we want to show you how to maximize the amount of money that you make on a sale for a home that is in need of repair. And it may be repair or it may be just updating. Now, this also is going to apply if you are a buyer of exactly that type of property. Because if you're trying to find a home that is like that, the information that we give you in this video is going to be just as relevant and just as valuable to you and just as profitable to you. But let's look at things from the seller's perspective primarily. Now, primarily, people are listing their homes with listing agents because they are thinking it's going to help them with their marketing, and it's going to help them sell the property, and it's going to help them with their contract, getting the transaction accomplished. And so that's the reason why people hire a listing agent in their mind. And the first thing we need to keep in mind, though, is that when we hire a listing agent, we are hiring him or her to perform several different jobs. And I would emphasize several, and I would also emphasize different. They require many different skills. So the person that's in charge of communication during the contract, after it's under contract and trying to get things squared away between day 0 on the contract and day 45 when the deal closes, that takes a certain skill set. Marketing a home takes a different set of skills, and getting a person sold on the idea of selling your home or buying your home is an entirely different skill set. I would say that the most important skill that a listing agent can produce for you, and the most important skill they must possess, is to get people in the door. It is the single most important job that you have for your listing agent. Because without getting people in the door, it doesn't really matter what the inside of your home looks like. It doesn't matter what the price is. It doesn't matter how quickly you need to get out. If the listing agent is having trouble getting people in the door, that is where we must start. And if you are not using a listing agent, and if you're selling your home by yourself, keep that in mind too. Your number one priority is get the people in the door. Now, specifically, when it comes to people that are looking for homes to put a little sweat equity into, we want to target those people. It's just like any other thing that you are selling. Now, if you are selling somebody a car, you are going to want to target people who need transportation. And if you are targeting, within that group of people that need transportation, you may target certain people that are looking for economical, low-cost transportation to and from work. And that is a certain type of car. Likewise, when you have a home that is in need of some repair, you're going to be targeting people, obviously, that want a house. They need a place to live, but that's many people. But you want to target people that are looking for some opportunity to put sweat equity in, and you can do that in this exact technique that I'm getting ready to show you now. Now, the MLS is a very beautiful thing because we are allowed to put information as agents into the MLS listing and have it disseminate throughout the entire internet and have it displayed on virtually every agent's and broker's website throughout the entire Heartland or Kansas City metro area. And one of the things that we want to put in our listings in order to drive traffic, specific traffic, those people that want sweat equity, those people that are willing to put the effort and the money into your home to fix it up, make a little profit, maybe sell it, maybe just live there, is we use keywords. Now, keywords are going to be put in by the listing agent in order to attract a certain demographic of buyer, and they are searchable. So a buyer's agent should be very privy to which keywords are associated with the client he's representing. It's not that complicated. Let me talk to you about that. There are 6 keywords that you should know if you are buying a home that is needing some rehab or needing some updates, and you are trying specifically to find that type of home. And they are the same 6 keywords that you will use to maximize the amount of money you make when you sell a home that needs updates or needs work. These 6 keywords, we're going to go over them right now. There are only 6 of them. And actually there may be more, but these 6 are the biggest 6. They are the most predominantly used on the MLS and throughout the web. Here they are in no particular order. TLC, fixer-upper, handyman, investor, as is, and no repairs. I guess I should have said 6 terms instead of 6 keywords, but those 6 terms, by using those 6 terms or some variation of those terms, you're going to get the most amount of traffic possible for your home that needs a little repair, and have it not just be traffic, but high quality traffic, the kind of people that you actually want looking at the home. And as we know from previous videos and experience, my experience, and plus it just makes common sense, the more people that come in the door, the more opportunities you have of selling the home, the more opportunities we have of generating an offer, and the more high quality offers we're going to have. Ultimately, as a seller, what you want is to have many high quality offers all competing with each other for your listing. That is going to get you the most amount of money. Now, another shot at these handy little terms. Make sure that you note those down because they're very important, and they can be put in the MLS if you are working with a buyer's agent right now, somebody who's helping you purchase a home, and you want a home to be able to build some sweat equity into. Those terms need to be included in your search. And I would caution that when you, or your listing, I should say, when your listing agent, when your buyer's agent is using these terms, make sure that they understand that sometimes fixer upper may be hyphenated. Sometimes as is may be hyphenated, or handyman may be handy woman or handy person. Most of the time we can just put an asterisk around those keywords and it will pick up the other words. For example, we may have as is, we may choose to put as is and then as hyphen is, because you never know how it's going to appear in the listing. You can use an asterisk around as, but then you would probably get every single listing in the entire Kansas City metropolitan area that uses the word as in their listing. You don't want that. An example of using an asterisk that may work, though, is there's this term handyman special. Handyman special comes up a lot, and if you see handyman special, you should think that is an equity, a sweat equity type of a project. By putting handyman in the search and then putting asterisks around that handyman word, you're going to be sure to include handyman special, if that makes sense. So those asterisks are just wildcards that pick up the other terms around them, so the term doesn't have to be exactly handyman or exactly repairs or exactly investor. It could be investors, that sort of thing. So play around with it. And here's my tip for you. talk to your buyer's agent or talk to your listing agent if you're interested in a project like this, either selling a home like this or buying a home like this, and make sure that they know those 6 keywords. If they don't understand those 6 keywords, make sure that you send them to this video so I can drop some knowledge on them. Now, if you are interested in selling a home, I want you to take a look at that number right there. 816-217-8608. If you are interested in buying a home, I want you to call that number. If you are interested in selling a home, I want you to call that number. Now, as I said here on this card, there is an opportunity for you to get set up on a home match. Now, a word about home matches is buyer's agents, people working with buyers, oftentimes set their clients up. We, as buyer's agents, oftentimes set our clients up on a customized home search that is actually a direct feed from the MLS. Now, a buyer cannot get directly on the MLS because it's something that requires a license, a real estate license, and it requires paying fees. Just like me, I pay a fee to get on the MLS. You as a buyer cannot get on the MLS, but I can set you up on a custom home search. And that's exactly what I'm going to do if you will call this number here. And I will send you properties in your area that are in need of repair, so you can get started on your Equity Builder sweat equity project. Okay? Using the techniques that we just talked about today. Now, if you are a seller, I've got an offer for you too. Visit this website. This is my personal website. I should say maybe it's my professional website. And that is estevens.reesenichols.com. And I'm going to set you up with a free appraisal. So you might be curious about what your home's value. You might be curious about what your home's value is, and you may be looking online, poking around, going to places like Zillow or the tax assessor's website to try to figure out what your home is actually worth. I want you to know that your home is worth what a licensed and qualified and trusted real estate agent says that it is worth, not what Zillow says that it is worth, and not what the appraiser of the county's taxes says it's worth, and not what the person who comes out for your refinance when you refinance your home says that it's worth. Only a licensed and qualified and educated real estate agent who lists homes and sells them in your area has a good understanding of what that house is actually worth. He or she is the most qualified. And in Kansas City, I would hope that you would call me, because I am extremely qualified to be the one telling you what your home is actually worth. In fact, I'll do you one better. If you go to this website, not only will you be able to drop your address in the front homepage and click submit, I think the button is submit. You can actually put your address in there and ask for a free appraisal. But like I said, I will do you one better. If you go to estevens.reesenichols.com, I will also, with your permission and with your help, tell you not only what your home is worth, I will also tell you what you would net if we, the Stevens Group, were going to list and sell your home. So we would talk about commissions, we would talk about closing costs, we would talk about your mortgage payoff that you may have on your existing home. If you're interested in those things, knowing the value of your home right now is half the battle, but the other half is, what are you actually going to be able to pocket? What are you actually going to potentially be able to roll into your next property that you own, that you may and live with your family in for a very long time? You want to know what your down payment's going to be. Of course, you've got to go to me or somebody that you trust, but you should be coming to me if you live in the Kansas City area, and I will absolutely get that information to you. Okay, finally, if you are a buyer and some of the things that I've talked about in this video are intriguing to you and you're thinking this might be an opportunity for you to build some equity in a home by picking out a property that's in need of some repairs or some updates, I'm very pleased to announce to you that you can also check out estevens.reesenichols.com. There's a place for you too. You can check out current listings. You can look at current information. You will see current homes for sale. When you go to Zillow, when you go to other websites on the internet, it is hit or miss. And if you only have 30 minutes a day to look at homes, wouldn't you want those 30 minutes to be used looking at homes that are actually for sale and not homes that you think are for sale, but they sold maybe a week ago and you're looking at inaccurate and incomplete information? Nobody wants incomplete and inaccurate information. So that's why you come to a trusted source. As a real estate professional, as your real estate agent, I am providing you credible, complete, and accurate information that you can use so we can get you exactly what you want, whether it's buying a home or selling it and making the most amount of money possible. I'm your guy. I hope this video has been very educational and valuable to you. And as always, if you or someone you know is interested in selling a home and they are in the Kansas City metropolitan area, remember, I do have a license in Kansas and Missouri. I would love for you to share this video with them and also for you to reach out to me personally so you can give me an opportunity to get in front of those people. I will take exceptional care of them. As always, I appreciate you watching our videos. Feel free to subscribe to, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to our channel. If you see it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, make sure you subscribe on those platforms that we just talked about. And until next time, it's Edward Stevens from the Stevens Group at Rees Nichols, and I hope to see you one day at the closing table. Thanks a lot.